Well, it's not just that. Obviously, India has a much better record in the World Cups against Pakistan. But let's not forget that IPL has just taken place in UAE. So all of their players are well used to with the condition. Although Pakistan always uses as its home condition, but Indian team has been here for the last, or Indian players have been here for the last month or so, and they have a much more balanced side. And on paper, they are very strong. So they should start as the strong contenders to win the game. On that any given day, Pakistan is well capable of winning against any other country. Any country will come up against home. These are like home conditions for Pakistan. Pitches are going to suit Pakistan, especially their batting. So even if you lose their game against each other, you still got a very good chance of going through to the semi-finals. Well, it has been because the mid-order hasn't been performing well. So the other two had to shoulder the burden of the Pakistan batting lineup. But doing that in a series is fine. You get away with it. But when you come into the World Cup where the opposition is a lot stiffer, then it's not going to work out. Just the two of them with their contribution is not going to be enough. Fortunately for Pakistan, the first team they announced wasn't very good. Since then, they made changes. And now they are quite formidable. You've got experience in the middle and experience with those two guys who can bowl spin as well. But India's got a very formidable seam attack as well. This is why they're such a good side. But Pakistan's bowlers are pretty good. They're pretty versatile and they don't just bowl just seam. They come up with the slower balls. They come with the Yorkers. They come with the bouncers. They use the reverse very, very well, and then they take wickets with the new ball as well. Then they bowl pretty well in the middle overs too, especially Hassan when he comes back for his second spell in the middle, and he mixes his deliveries and uses the crease as well. Well, Rohit's record in the recent past is better than Virat, and one of the major reasons is because he goes in number one. So he has major number of balls available to him, and when he gets going, he gets a very big score. And also, let's not forget that Virat hasn't been in the same scintillating form he was, let's say 2 years ago, or years before that. Before that, Virat, every time he went to the crease, scored a century or scored a 50. Unbelievable record. And at one time he couldn't beat all of Sachin's record, but now it may not be possible. So in the recent past, the danger man has been the opening batsman, so that's why I said it. Well, the seam attack, Bumrah, when he's bowling well with his Yorkers and his bouncers, his pace, and if the ball is reversing, he'll be very hard to handle. And then you've got spinners. Indian teams got spinners. They've got such a huge variety, not just in 2020 cricket, in Test cricket as well as one-day format. This is why everybody fears them, and they've done it so consistently over the last 5-6 years. Look, the pressure is always there. I remember saying that to Wasim Bari, my former teammate, my senior player in Aberdeen, playing my 12th or 13th Test match, and he was walking onto the field, and I said to him, I feel a lot of pressure today. And he just stood there and looked at me, and he said, you think it's any easier for me? And he was playing his 80th Test match, I think. You think it's any easier for me? In fact, it gets worse. With the responsibility, it gets worse. So pressure is always there, and only those guys do well who put up with that pressure. And Babar Azam, he's been around for a little while now, and he has been captain of the junior teams too. So I don't think, and he's getting better at captaincy, and I think he'll do pretty well. holding your nerve, build partnerships, and if anyone gets in, see the team through.